Hi, welcome to SVG Europe's Next Generation Audio Summit here at Dolby. I'm here today with Javier Foncillas, Vice President for Commercial Partnerships in Europe at Dolby. Hi Javier.
Hello.
What are the main drivers changing sports broadcasting technology today?
Okay, if you notice, sports broadcast started as a way to just describe the action. So it's all about getting details of what's going on in the stadium because you want to know the results of the game. Of course, we've come a long way from that. Now it's more about making you feel the experience of being in the stadium. So it's no longer about describing what's going on, it's about feeling what's going on. It's about being part of the people that are watching the game live. So all sports broadcasts these days, it's about transmitting that social experience of being live in the game and watching it. So it's very different from just describing the action. It's about the emotion.
Great. And what are the biggest potential ways technology is set to enhance the whole experience for the sports audience?
Well, I mean, of course, technology has come a long way. I mean, I mentioned the social aspect. So, of course, there is a great social aspect of, you've got different teams. Do we all want the same experience, whether we support one team or the other team? No, some people are going to be happy, some people are not going to be so happy. So of course you have the personalization element. Does everybody want the same experience? Of course you want more detail, you want to see the action better, you want to feel the sound better. So in a way, technology is a good way to capture what's going on in the stadium, to capture the social experience, to capture the action, to capture the visuals and the sound. Now of course the better you capture it, the more you have to transmit. Then it's all about not losing any of that when you send it to the customer. So all the information you capture, all the feeling, all the experience needs to make it to the person's home. How do you transmit that without losing the fidelity and all the detail that goes with it? And of course it's about how you play back in the home. So once you have captured and transmitted the signal, how do you make sure it's reproduced in a way where the user at home actually gets that experience, or at home or in a pub or wherever they're experiencing that. So it's about the end-to-end technology pieces that make all that work.
Great. And how are the next generation audio technology and immersive audio formats impacting the way sport is broadcast?
Well, of course, immersive audio is a great way to make you feel like you're in the stadium. I mean, there's lots of things going on in the stadium. You got the crowd noise, you got the announcements coming out in the stadium. So all those things are captured in a way that makes you feel like you're actually sitting there and hearing it as it happens. So it's no longer just a filtered sound that lets you understand what the action is. It's about hearing all those different sounds coming from different places in the stadium, where it's the crowd noise over there, where it's the sound coming from above from the announcements. It's about feeling all that. But it's also about personalization. I mean, we talked earlier about, you got two teams and they have clearly different emotional responses to what's going on in the game. One side scores, who do you support? Do you want to hear the people cheering, or do you want to feel the people who are not so happy in that moment in time? So next generation audio brings a lot of that personalization experience that makes you feel like you're there with your friends enjoying the game. And lastly, there's a whole international aspect to this. Sports games have become very international. I mean, some people are broadcasting the same game in like 20 different languages. How do you do all that complexity of different audio tracks for different regions, different countries, different audiences? You have to produce all that together and get it to the customer. So of course, next generation audio brings a lot of tools that makes it easier to produce this complexity of multiple audio languages, for all audiences. And lastly, we have another social aspect, which is we don't all have the same hearing abilities. So next generation audio brings us the possibility to control the dialogue and the voice level versus the crowd noise. So there's an important aspect there where, can you make sure the experience is right for all audiences, whether they have better or not so great hearing? I think we have technology that makes it a good experience for everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.